So it's a really exciting time at the Columbus Zoo and Aquarium. We're down here in Florida and we get to see 5 manatees from the Manatee Rescue and Rehabilitation Partnership make their way into their native range. 3 of those animals spent some time at the Columbus Zoo. We had the exciting opportunity to help release Lizzie, MaryKate, and Squirrel down here in Florida. These manatees are all animals that came in as orphan calves. So manatees need to be with mom for about 2 years so that they can feed from her, learn migration patterns, and just learn how to be manatees. So when you find these orphans that are by themselves, it's really important for them to get a second chance. And one of those second chances is to come into the Manatee Rescue and Rehabilitation facility.
The Manatee Rescue and Rehabilitation Partnership is a group of many different organizations, and everyone plays a different role in it, but everyone is really equally important. So there's nonprofit, state and federal agencies, as well as zoos and ocean areas. So while we have critical care facilities here in Florida, which are kind of the emergency rooms for manatees, we also really rely on our out-of-state partners like the Columbus Zoo to take in those manatees that are not quite ready for release yet, but they need to gain some weight before they can go back out. And they're extremely important because those are the ones helping to open up the critical care space that's needed here in Florida to take in these really critical cases.
Manatees are released all over Florida. Oftentimes they're released in the place that was closest to their rescue. Warm water is very important for manatees, and so places like warm water springs are a great place to release an animal to make sure that it stays in those warm water areas and it's abundant with food and other resources for the manatees.
Blue Springs State Park is a really great place for manatees, especially in the winter time, because this is a protected warm water site. So meaning there is really no human disturbance in the spring run. Manatees can come in here to rest, to nurse their young, just to be manatees. People can watch the manatees from the boardwalk, but there's no boating, swimming, or anything like that. So manatees are really undisturbed here, which is great. There's also a lot of food sources here in the area. The entire area around Blue Spring between October and March is a protected area, so no vegetation can be removed. So here at Blue Spring, the manatees are actually doing really well, and that's why we're releasing a lot of these manatees here at Blue Spring into a natural habitat.
So my role in the MRP is the coordinator for manatees that are going to be monitored after they are released. So what our team does is we are monitoring these manatees that were orphaned and assessing how they are adapting when they get back into the wild. If they have any kind of issues, any concerns that we're seeing as far as their behavior, their body condition, then we communicate that information with all the partners of the MRP, and the goal is assessing whether the animal might need to be re-rescued to get another second chance, or what's even more fun is whenever they've actually completely figured out what to do, and then we get to remove all the gear and consider them one of the wild population. Manatees are a very unique species for the United States, and they are centralistic to Florida, but they will travel up the coastline, all the way up to Maine and to Texas. But manatees are a really good opportunity for us to see what's going on in the environment. If a manatee is not doing well, then the environment is not doing well. So it can give us a very good opportunity to see how we can help the manatee as well as the environment. So every species has an important role in our ecosystem, and a manatee is just one of them.
Manatee release takes many people, many different facilities, and a huge partnership that all works together. From getting the animal from one place to another, to taking measurements, outfitting it with a belt, and actually physically carrying the animal from one place to another. It's a huge measure of teamwork, and it's a really exciting thing to be part of. So this release means so much to the entire team at the Columbus Zoo. We work so hard to get these animals to gain weight and to be stronger and to really be part of a little piece of their rehabilitation. To see them come down here and be ready to go, it means the world to our whole team.